welcome to Swatch with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you Orly's spring collection for 2024. It is called Aqua Aura. Before you get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you are looking forward to seeing my swatches of this collection. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so you don't miss out on future uploads. So by the time I am sharing this video, I'm sure this collection is already available. I will link it down in the description box so you can shop. And if it is available on Beyond Polish, I will link it there. I do have a discount code with Beyond Polish. If you use the code RAE, R-A-E, at checkout, you get 10% off your order. So as per usual from Orly, this collection contains 6 polishes. And here's what they look like. I always think it's fun to check out the polishes all together and see how they look as a collection. It includes 1 cream, and then the rest of the polishes in this collection have shimmers. They do have varying formulas. Some are a little bit more creamy and some are a little bit more jelly leaning. So for this review, we're going to take a look at bottle shots, of course. I'm going to share swatches with you and my thoughts on the collection, and I also included some comparisons. So let's get into the swatches. All right, so we're starting off with the only cream in the collection. The shade is called Sea Blossom, and it's described as being a cool, light pink cream. And as you can see, and you probably already guessed, Sea Blossom has a great formula. It was almost a 1-coater for this kind of pink shade. That is pretty much unheard of. So yeah, definitely opaque at 2 coats if your nail length is close to mine, and even if they're a little bit longer, you're probably going to get close to full opacity in 2. I really don't see many people needing 3. It was very easy to work with, so smooth and creamy, and just a beautiful polish. So here's what 2 coats of Sea Blossom looks like with a glossy top coat. And here's a little comparison for you. In my collection, it was closest to Orly Kaleidoscope Eyes, OPI Hollywood and Vibe, and OPI Mod About You. Kaleidoscope Eyes is much more saturated, but like how pretty would it be gradiented? Is that a word? With Sea Blossom, so pretty. It was not close to Hollywood and Vibe. That one's much pinker, and it was closest to Mod About You, but you can see it's got a little bit more purple in it. Fantastic formula. Yeah, really, really pretty color. I don't know that I need it because I have these others, but it's really beautiful if you're looking for this kind of shade. The next shade is called Wistful Water Lily. What a name. And it's a light pink pearl shimmer. Interesting. So I'm reading Orly's descriptions, by the way. I would have never guessed that this is a pearl shimmer based on how it applies, but now that I'm looking at the bottle, I guess I can see it. Maybe this is the first pearl polish that I actually like. I am shocked that it's a pearl. Wow. This one also just had a wonderful formula. It was quite sheer. I could see a little bit of nail line showing through after that first coat, and it built up well. I think in 3 coats, some will still see visible nail line, but if you've got shorter nails, you might be fully opaque in 3. However, the shimmer really packs a punch in this one. It is loud, it's vibrant, it's flashy, it's so beautiful. I didn't have brush strokes with this either. When it dried down pretty smooth. You can see a little bit in this picture with a glossy top coat, but most of them disappeared when it dried down completely. So I did want to do this put this side by side with Orly Beautifully Bizarre, which is on the left. I thought when I saw Wistful Water Lily that they would be kind of similar, but they are not. The shimmer is, but the base color is much more saturated with Wistful Water Lily and a lot more light and white leaning in Beautifully Bizarre, in case you were wondering. This next shade is called Golden Waves, and it's described as being a golden copper shimmer. It feels like it has a little bit of peach in there. It definitely has some red shift in the shimmer and some gold shift in the shimmer. There's a lot going on in this polish, actually. This one also had an amazing formula. We're seeing a theme with that in this collection, and honestly, all of Orly's releases lately have had great formulas. But this one did take me 3 coats to build up to full opacity. If your nail length is similar to mine or even longer, you will need 3 coats to get this one fully opaque. If your nails are shorter, you might be able to get away with 2 coats. But yeah, the base kind of looked peachy on this one, and then you saw a flash of red and gold depending on the lighting. I did not like this base color on me. I don't like peach on myself. But it is a pretty polish if you love peach. Up next, we have Sea Spray. This one's a white copper shimmer with a golden glow. So definitely agree with that description. It's got a white base. It seems to be like your regular average white, but because of that warm golden and copper shimmer, sometimes it does feel like it warms up the base just a little bit. This had a very creamy formula. It was quite opaque on that first coat. I was surprised, and in 3 coats I did reach full opacity. If you've got nails longer than mine, then I could see you needing to pair this with some kind of blurring base, but honestly I was very, very impressed with the formula here. 3 coats for a white like this, and you can still see a little shift in the shimmer. What more can I ask for? It's a really, really pretty shade, and I think it would flatter a variety of skin tones. It doesn't lean too warm, and it's not a stark white. So here's what 3 coats looks like with a glossy top coat. That shimmer is just glowing, so pretty. And I thought, just because why not? I would compare it to Ephemeral, which is on the left. You can see they are nothing alike. Why did I compare them? I've got no idea, but I did. So here you go. This next shade is called Morning Dew, and it's described as being a teal shimmer. That's it, just a teal shimmer. So yes, this one has kind of like a seafoamy teal-ish base and then a glowy blue shimmer. It's quite a unique combination. I really haven't seen anything like this from a mainstream brand before. I feel like China Glaze came out in a spring release a couple years ago, a green with a blue shimmer, but it was quite a bit deeper in the base color, and this one feels a lot fresher, almost borderline minty. You can see it's got a similar formula to the white. It leans a little bit creamy, and that blue shimmer is on the subtle side. It's really, really pretty. However, I don't tend to reach for shades like this, so it wasn't my favorite in this collection, but it was a solid shade. This one does have the potential to get patchy if you overwork it, so just let the beautiful brush do the work for you. Hopefully you get a beautiful brush. I did. So here are 3 coats of Morning Dew with a glossy top coat. And the last shade in this collection is called Ripple Effect. This one's a periwinkle shimmer. It's got like a periwinkle kind of cornflowery blue base. It definitely has a strong purple lean to the base, and then it has this very pretty, again, subtle purple shimmer. It's quite beautiful. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish it were just a little bit glowier. I would take a little bit more vibrance in all of the shimmers except for the pink. The pink was plenty glowy on its own. The pearl, I loved how that one looked. But the rest of the shimmers in this collection do lean a little bit creamy. Because of that, this one builds up really fast. I would say 2 to 3 coats depending on your nail length for full opacity. It was very easy to work with and such a stunning color. I just would have liked a little bit more shimmer, but I still love it. I love it anyway. So that's 2 coats of Ripple Effect with a glossy top coat. So that was Orly's collection for spring 2024. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. I am really curious to hear them because I've heard some mixed reviews, mixed thoughts, feedback regarding this collection. Personally, when I initially saw the promo or spoilers, I guess, of different people's color pass box, I was not super excited. I guess my eyes kind of gravitated towards this kind of coppery tone and this aqua color, and those are colors that I don't typically wear ever, let alone in springtime. I also don't know that this color story is the most cohesive that Orly has come out with before. It certainly is original. They're not the colors that I typically think of when I think of springtime. But honestly, when brands do anything other than straight up pastels, for spring, I'm a little bit surprised. And I do like that Orly tried something different. I love that they didn't do a 6-piece cream collection, although I really do love their cream and their curly collections. I think shimmers are interesting, they're fun, they're fresh, and a lot of mainstream brands seem to be trying them out more this year, which I'm not complaining about. I do also think after swatching these that they're done really well. Truly not a bad formula in the bunch, so if you like the color, I say, you know, go for it. It's probably worth the money. And I was also, side note, impressed with the brushes this time. In the past, Orly brushes have been hit or miss, but for the past few collections for me, they have been a hit, so that's a win. So my top picks for this collection, if I had to choose favorites, I would have to go with these two. I really liked Ripple Effect, and I also love Sea Spray. Ripple Effect I actually wasn't expecting to like that much. I saw that the shimmer wasn't quite as bold in this polish as it was in some of the others, but this base color, this shade of blue, I found to be very versatile. I thought it was incredibly flattering on me, and I think it would flatter every skin tone. I also think this is a color that I could see myself wearing any time of year, winter, spring, summer, or fall. This is perfect for any time. And then I also love Sea Spray. I like white polish in general, and a white polish with a shifting shimmer from a mainstream brand, I feel like it's kind of a rarity, and it only makes me love it more. The shift it has from that coppery shade to the gold isn't always super apparent and visible, but I will say that the shimmer in this polish is more noticeable in my opinion than it was in Ripple Effect. And because this polish has a white base and then kind of a golden glow, it just, I don't know, it felt like a fresh spring morning to me. I really loved this one. And as for the other four, they were nice too. The formulas were great. They just aren't polishes that I see myself reaching for. So those are all my thoughts on this year's Orly collection. Let me know all of yours down in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you next time. Bye!